Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here. And I'm going to go over why I'm going to stop playing the Road to the Show. We're going to start a franchise on this. And there's really just three main points. When I was at the Marlins, I was an 84 starting pitcher, the second best pitcher in the organization. And I played the entire year at AAA. Mind you, the Marlins were also a very bad team, but you playing a two-way player, I did like it. I did want to see how that is. I think ultimately it's probably better to play as a field player, to be honest. I think at this point, I think they're still trying to fix how they want to do this. But an issue with Road to the Show, because we finally did get a trade, is I put in a trade before the trade block. I got the Rockies, or at the trade block at the All-Star break, and I was still with the Marlins at AAA. At the end of the season, I put in again. It was the Rockies for the second time. I put it again at the start of this season. It was the Rockies again. Then by the All-Star break this time, I was asked to be on a contender. The Brewers were 2 games back. We're the best pitcher at an 84 overall. You see at the end of the season at this point, like, they aren't going to at all be anywhere near here. I'm just gonna press this so we can get to the end of the season. Like, this isn't a contender. And yes, I'm kind of just clicking through. I get it. That didn't help my team by any means, because we went like 8-13. This is a reasonable one. But the issue really is this roster. When you're a two-way player, the AI doesn't, as the manager, doesn't actually try to invest in your second position. So on both at the Marlins and at the Brewers, what ended up happening is they trade away their shortstop. When it's like, I'm pitching, I would like a shortstop, I'd like to play the DH type deal. It's weird. The game doesn't know yet how to handle it, and that's kind of is what it is. Another thing is, there's too many. When you're playing as a two-way player, you have all of the hitting stats to do, all of the pitching stats. Now mind you, this one I do like I wish it was a little bit more just like this portion, but then you have to do these, or else your pitching is not great. And then they added more into perks, which you need all of these to start kind of getting perk stuff in. And there's 4 sections of that. So there's a lot of stuff to kind of upgrade. And I think at this point, there's a lawnmower going by outside, so give me a second. Which kind of comes back to my next thing. I wanted to skip around like we do, like when I'm building, like team building and franchise stuff. You actually have to play the games. That's tedious. In a way that I have to upgrade all those things, but you don't get coins for simming through things. You actually have to play each and every game. So ultimately, at the end of the day, and I didn't realize this while picking a two-way player, is when you're picking a two-way player, you are going to have to play all 163 games to get coins, to get to the end of the season. Because you do not gain coins to upgrade when simming. You don't. And I generally like how things go in the normal kind of flow of things when it comes to players getting better, getting worse, so on and so forth. So we're not gonna transition this. We're gonna transition to a franchise where we can bounce around, we can have some fun, and we can start doing some player developments that is more organic than any of the upgrade systems. Because frankly, to be honest, in this and in Madden, just the thing is, thank God we have modded Madden so we can actually remove that. But the gimmicks of upgrading things through RPG elements and your stats not mattering for you is something that I just wish we get through. I wish we get past and not have to worry about it. Luckily with modded Madden, we can kind of go back to that past that existed 10 years ago. College football doesn't have as big of an issue because the players will only be there 4 years with you, so you don't have a lot of issues with the gimmicks and things like that. But I wish we could just go back to a plain player does good, player gets better, player does more better, player gets even better. That's why I kind of play Football Manager. So I'm going to call it an end to this. I had fun while it did last. One thing I do want to say, the college stuff was great. I had fun with that. I had fun kind of with those games, but ultimately at the end of the day, getting to the majors, playing 163 games, it's just too much for me. That's not how I like to play. So I'm going to call it here. Watch out for that franchise. We will be starting up and having some fun where we actually get to do some player development. I don't know what difficulty I'm going to put it on, but it will be ratings based and we will have some fun with it. No PCI, none of that stuff. All ratings, and we'll see how it goes. Later, guys.